Hello, I'm Klaus Schinkel of Edison Group. It's my pleasure to welcome Yordan Nedev, CFO of Sirma Group Holding, to talk about the company and its outlook. Sirma Group Holding is a Bulgarian IT services and software company with a strong foundation in AI. Welcome, Jordan. Pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
To kick things off, can you explain what kind of business is at Sirma's core and how you managed to stay relevant and grow over the past 3 decades?
Okay, so we start with a deep dive. Well, I would think that, and as far as I know, from inception, the company has always been after the novelty, the thing that hasn't been so far. Maybe that's why it was initially called Sirma.AI back in 1992. And I've been working with the company for more than 20 years and sitting on the board for about 12 or 13 already. And I've seen quite some things and how do people behave and what's the approach towards clients and projects. And what I've seen is that up until the company got listed on the Bulgarian Stock Exchange, KPIs didn't mean much. It was all about being ahead of time, delivering no matter what, and feeling like you do something for yourself. I'll try to explain. There is no project that I know about that's been started and not finished at Sirma. Not a single one. And I've seen it go like many meters under the water in terms of financials. And still, even though it's clear that if we stop and pay penalties, much better than continuing in delivering, we've never stopped. We always delivered. And I am absolutely certain that this is something unique for Sirma. Otherwise, yes, software, but software that is, again, I must say it again, software that is ahead of time. This is what's in the core of Sirma. Our verticalization is not by someone's decision. It's natural. It's in these 34 years we've done so many projects in banking, in insurance. Through acquisitions, we've accumulated a knowledge and expertise in other verticals like the transport and logistics, in hospitality a lot. We serve some of the greatest hotel chains on earth. Yeah, that's probably it. We know how to deliver in certain verticals.
No, it's quite interesting. You were very international right from the start, and you focused on AI already when it was not very much a big theme. So how would you say has this shaped to be the company you are today?
Fortunately, we started international, and probably at that time it was the only possible way, actually. I wouldn't think that in the early 90s in Bulgaria there were many possibilities for IT projects for standalone independent companies. So having a partner that's living in North America, actually, and this was the idea, this partner to help out with the sales on this market, Canadian and the States. And it worked out. And actually the first projects actually were carrying quite some technologies related to this early artificial intelligence stuff. Like expert systems and early days neural networks that were applied in some of the one of the coolest actually that I always share is a example would be the one that tendered by the National Revenue Service of Canada, and they required the company rendering the service to optimize their systems in a way that the citizens of Canada would be able to actually reduce their tax payments. So the one that benefits orders you to do it in a way that their revenue is diminished if you look at this way, so that their citizens feel better that they've done the job right, and yes, it required certain amount of artificial intelligence tooling from that time.
Now, you're specifically targeting European organizations with your platform. How is it designed to meet the requirements with regard to data sovereignty, regulation, safety, and the hybrid IT environment more generally?
Well, actually, I'm not certain I can answer in much detail here, because we are a European Union company. And not only that, but we are scrutinized by a lot of government organizations all over, and most of all being public in Europe not only, but European Union on both, on two actually stock exchanges already. The second one since quite recently, but. Now we comply with that regulations as well. We are a company that operates in Europe. It's a European company, and we comply with all standards that pertain to Europe only, because many of these they have actually no power, no sense in other geographies far away. Where the threat that I mentioned comes from, mostly.
What is the current status of the commercial rollout? And how do you see Sirma.AI Enterprise contributing to the revenue mix going forward?
In Europe, we have several use cases for insurance companies, for the public administration as well. And there we are tendering against the likes of IBM. And we must say that it seems like we are better suited to win, actually. And it is not only because the data sovereignty and the data stuff that we were talking about, which is extremely important, especially in Europe, but it's also about some differences in technology, in the way you tackle problems, the way you actually deliver solutions to the problems that the client has come to searching for solution. And in certain instances, it turns out that okay, for small parts, but maybe major for the project, we are better than the big guys. And in Europe especially, that's combined with the sovereignty thing and data issues, sometimes we come up with the logical choice.
Looking ahead, can you outline your growth plan and strategic priorities, both looking at organic growth as well as acquisitions?
Sure. First of all, I think something stayed unanswered from the previous question regarding the application of our Sirma.AI Enterprise platform, and from there comes one of our major streams that we are expecting in the longer run in terms of SaaS revenue. So we expect our recurring revenue to increase to about 60-65% of total revenue within probably 5 years from now. It's currently about 40%. It's been 40, 44, depending on the quarter and the projects we have. But let's put it 40, so we're heading towards getting it to 65, predominantly on the basis of the usage, sale, and application of the Sirma.AI Enterprise platform. From there on, yes, we believe that our organic growth would continue to be at around 10% per annum. This is something that we are quite comfortable with, and we've seen that we can actually maintain it year after year for the past at least decade. So 10% is doable, absolutely feasible, and we actually do it year after year, and see no obstacles to continue doing it for the foreseeable future. In terms of acquisitions, we believe that there will be another spike probably already this year, 2026, due to an acquisition, if not for sure next year, because there are always some uncertainties. And then our next acquisitive growth would come after we raise capital, probably through the Frankfurt Stock Exchange, probably no much earlier than 2 years from now.
We touched on this briefly already. Very recently, you successfully dual listed on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange. Can you elaborate a bit on the strategic rationale behind it and how you see this dual listing, support your future growth?
Actually, I hope it would be somewhat a strange answer to your question, because our first and foremost goal of going to Frankfurt and being double listed was to be able to acquire more clients, more business from the DACH region, obviously. It's been a strategic goal for Sirma for a long time, to be presented better on the business environment in the DACH region, German-speaking region meaning. And we saw this opportunity as a good one because we had even smaller but still a good experience from being listed on the Bulgarian Stock Exchange. We saw with some of our clients and also international ones, not just Bulgarian, that they cared about our listing in terms of being more confident with us. Because indeed, being in the European Union, we are quite heavily scrutinized by all the regulators that actually regulate the listed companies. So it turned out to be a good selling point. Plus, which is even more strange, the ESG thing, because we're ESG champions in Bulgaria, especially among the software companies, and it matters a lot as well, especially for the big European institutions like the ECB. Being on Frankfurt Stock Exchange, we certainly believe that we'll be more visible for the German-speaking businesses. If we present ourselves well, which is something that lies on our shoulders, we will not only be more visible but more credible as well. And we truly believe that it would raise our opportunities in getting more business. We need broader investor base in order to create more liquidity for our stock, in order to be more investors attractive, hence be able to raise capital to fuel our further growth and development plans.
Jordan, thank you very much for the interesting insights.